second place to McElrath, but he comes back through the whoops. He's got the outside line here, but McElrath pulling away.
Can a Stark do it? Anyone?
We'll see.
Well, hopefully for Michael Hicks, it's him this time. Kobush had it from the outside last time.
Here we go. Get ready. Gate drop underway. SX2 race number 2 here in Buenos Aires, and Anstie right there on the inside. He's going to take the lead, headed through that first rhythm lane, but he's going to get challenged quickly. Coming up the inside, headed through the next rhythm lane. It's the 460 of Michael Hicks on the start right there. The electric bike up to second place quickly here.
We got McElrath back in third. Oh, fifth went down.
McElrath right there in third. Got the start he needed to have.
Who was that, Daniel? Was that Park or Viney? Oh, it's Park.
Yeah, Cullin Park down. That's terrible. A 3-race format, too. You got to piece these things together, but look at Michael Hicks. He's getting a little bit of revenge for that last race where he was the one down early. Now we get to see the start go head-to-head with Anstie and McElrath.
Then it's Lopes and Thompson right behind them. That's your top 5. And there's Park at the tail end of that Moto Concepts Racing entry number 43.
That's the last thing Cullin Park needed right there. But now we're going to see what he's made of. Okay, started up front, had a pretty settled race in race 1. Now he has to work for it. He is dead last.
Yeah.
Here's McElrath. Let's keep an eye on him. We know he's got to get up there and challenge Anstie. He cannot allow Anstie to score max points all night long. The first thing he has to do is get around Hicks on that start. So we've seen the start perform, but what's the challenge of passing one of these electric bikes?
Well, that's what we're about to find out, and the urgency needs to be really, really high for Shane McElrath, because if he spends too much time with Hicks, Anstie's going to be gone and he can just lock in and cruise it in. So I think these next 2 laps for Shane are really, really important. If he can get by, oh, I thought he might have a shot at there, but he needs to make the move right now before Anstie gets away.
Lopes and Thompson hang on to 4th and 5th. Coty Schock, Kyle Peters, Chisholm, Desprez, and Bourdon, your top 10 here in race 2 as we approach the halfway point.
But I got to tell you guys, the 460 of Michael Hicks, he's from Missouri in the United States. He is a multi-time arena cross champion. This is the highest level of racing that he has performed at this level. He's got a former world champion in front of him. He's got the reigning world champion behind him, and he's completely holding his own on a bike that is new to this level of racing. You can't underestimate what that is and what the Stark is achieving with Michael Hicks turning the throttle.
Michael Hicks, very underrated. If you've ever watched him race, fortunately all 3 of us have had the opportunity to call many of his races. This young man can ride the wheels off a motorcycle, and it's taking everything Shane McElrath has to figure out how to get around him.
Yeah, and when he is confident, he's pretty lethal. And Jeff, you're right. At this stage, we haven't seen this version of Michael Hicks. You put him on an arena cross track, and he's dominant. He knows it. But look who he is between. These are 2 really credentialed Supercross riders, and he is unfazed by the moment.
Yeah, and so some of the talk tonight that sort of my analysis is that can the Stark be as fast through the whoops as the gasoline engine bikes? And Hicks, was just giving up a spot.
Yeah, he did. He gave up second place to McElrath, but he comes back through the whoops. He's got the outside line here, but McElrath pulling away. And now Hicks makes the big mistake of looking over his shoulder, and that's where Enzo Lopes is going to close in from.
Yeah, let me finish my thought here. Hicks has found a way to make that bike go across the whoops really, really well. So he may have neutralized what maybe conceptually is maybe the weak spot.
Yeah,
right?
Let's take a look at it right here too. Watch, Hicks is going to square up, so we're going to get a chance to see him go side by side. Good entry speed, and you're right, neutralize it. So he does lose some time to Shane, but let's be real. Shane McElrath is also one of the best riders in the whoops on a 250, so it's not a perfectly fair comparison, but I think it held its own.
Yeah, so Hicks has got Lopes that he's going to have to deal with, the Brazilian rider who is so excited to have a race in South America, not far from where he lives in Brazil. And how many fans do you say you have with him? 100 or something?
I was walking out there earlier. There's Brazilian flags all over the place. They are here to cheer on their Ran. And he is not disappointing. McElrath, the rider out of North Carolina. doing everything he can to catch Anstie. A couple of former world champs here battling it out.
Yeah, we got to watch this clock too because he's 2.5 seconds down right now. Yariv Konsky told me he had the fastest lap in race 1, so now he's going to have a free shot at it. Let's see if that speed is really there.
And McElrath just set the fastest lap at a 55 flat. He was 0.7 of a second quicker than our leader, Max Anstie.
He's going to need everything he can to reel him in. The gap was 2.6. Can he shorten that up a little bit? We'll get a quick look as they get close to the finish line jump, entering into the whoop section one more time here. They're coming to the line. They'll be lap 7. Here we go. What is Anstie turn?
Oh,
Anstie with a blazing 54.985, the quickest lap of the night by Max Anstie when he needed it most. And Lopes gets around Hicks, and the start slots back another spot, push him back to 4th.
yeah, this is a great bounce back for Lopes too. He had a tough one race 1, worked himself backwards near 9-10 maybe. This is a great rebound for him, puts him in a position, Jeff, maybe for that overall. Again, race 3 is where the big points come. It's a longer race, so if he can put a good one on the board now and have a great race 3, maybe he sneaks his way back onto the podium for tonight's overall.
I think Michael Hicks is trying to sneak his way back into the 3rd position. He's got Cole Thompson behind him on the Kawasaki, starting to breathe down his neck.
And Max Anstie getting closer to putting together a perfect night. Final lap underway. One more to go for Max Anstie, and another 10 points possibly getting deposited into his account. Lopes right there. Enzo running in 3rd. McElrath hangs on in 2nd. Hicks, Thompson, Schock, Desperate, Peters. Chisholm now up to 9th, and Bourdon loses another spot to Cullin Park, who fought his way from dead last to 10th. So Park clawing his way back into the top 10.
I got to tell you guys, it looks like that hot tea that Anstie had in between race 1 and 2 certainly was the.
It was good.
That was
Yeah.
the ticket. Now, do you think it's Earl Grey or more like a breakfast tea?
I was wondering. We'll have to find out. And we're here in Brazil, it'd be Meta, right?
Meta, yeah.
Meta.
Exactly.
Little Mete. All right, here we come. Max Anstie on his way. The former world champ wins it again here. He'll take race number 2 in SX2 and another 10 points go in his column.
And that looked pretty easy, guys.
Yeah,
Sure did.
He's in position to sweep the whole night. From practice 1, if he wins
Super
this last
pole.
one, what a night.
A great ride for Michael Hicks on the start. Really impressive. Lopes coming up to 3rd. McElrath showed that, okay, I'm there. I can run the speed. And now we've got the 12-lapper coming up just a little bit later on.
And again, Cullin Park fought his way all the way up to 10th after going to dead last out of the gate. And the rest of the field coming across the line. You saw Robbie Wageman and Noah Vine.